Let's get started. Like charges do what? All right, good. Like charges repel each other. What do opposite charges do? Good. They attract each other. When opposite charges are closer, what will happen? If they are closer, then their attraction will be stronger. Good. When opposite charges are further apart, what will happen? Good. Their attraction will be weaker. So I know it's attraction, right? Because opposite charges attract. And if they're further away, they aren't close enough to get pulled to each other. All right. When like charges are closer, what will happen? Good. Their repulsion will be stronger. And if these like charges are further apart, good. Their repulsion will be weaker. What is an atom? Good. Basic unit of matter. Which of the following is not a subatomic particle in an atom? Good. An electrician is a person that fixes electrical work and appliances. Protons, neutrons, and electrons are the subatomic particles. Very good. Which of the following is true about protons? they have a mass of 1 atomic mass unit. Remember, their charge is +1. All right, which of the following is true about neutrons? Good. So neutrons are neutral, right? They have no charge, but they do have a mass of 1 atomic mass unit. Which of the following is true about electrons? So good, electrons, remember their mass is so small that we don't really count it, so we just say they have no mass. They have a charge of -1. This group is constantly shifting, I like it. Which of the following is not located in the nucleus? Good. So remember, the nucleus has protons and neutrons, and the electrons orbit around the nucleus. What does the atomic number equal to? All right, good. So the atomic number is equal to the number of protons and the number of electrons in a neutral atom. What does the atomic mass equal? All right, good. So the mass of an atom comes from the number of protons and the number of neutrons. Ooh, look at that. We got a shift here. India moving up. Which parts of an atom are attracted to each other? Good. Protons and electrons, right? Because they have opposite charges. Protons have a positive charge, electrons are negative, so they attract each other. Electrons closer to the nucleus Good. So if it's closer to the nucleus, it takes more energy to remove. So if the electron's further from the nucleus, it takes less energy to remove. How many electrons can go in the innermost ring of an atom? Good. So only 2 electrons can go in the innermost ring. Broderick is making a comeback. How many electrons can go in any ring past the innermost ring in an atom? Good. 8. All right, let's see how this played out. Anaya coming in strong. Demetrius. And KJ. Kobe, good job. Ooh, John and Bree were runner-up. Hey, good job. So today I want to start with that little bit of review. Again, to kind of backtrack where we were last week, I am Miss Rosema, if you are new to me and my class. My class was a couple weeks ahead of Dr. Chen's and Mr. Bingham's, so we spent last week and then a little bit this week kind of reviewing and catching up on that content to make sure everyone is on the same page and has the same fair chance. We are going to go over the do now from last week, and you're going to then continue working on your homework from last week. But I'm going to go into Canvas and open up our class so that we can look at what we did last week in case you are just coming today, so that you know exactly where we are and maybe what you need to catch up with, okay? So here is our modules in chemistry. So last week we did a do now, and we took these notes. You do get graded for these notes. Okay, that's something new that we're trying this semester. So if you were not here last week, you would need to complete this 10.2 assignment, okay? Wednesday, then we had an asynchronous day. So you were supposed to do the do now and then start working on the practice. Just start working on it, okay? This practice assignment is going to be due tomorrow night. Okay, which I do think I pushed it back. It was originally due tonight, so I gave you an extra night to work on it. So let's look at the do now from last Wednesday, and it said, why does it take energy to remove electrons? Very good, Sydney. So the protons and electrons have opposite charges, so they attract one another. Electrons are negatively charged, protons are positively charged, so they attract each other. And so it takes work to pull them apart because they naturally want to be together. Very, very good. Good answers there. Okay, we then played this Kahoot today. And the assignment you were supposed to start last week on your own was the 10.5 practice. You're going to continue to work on it today. And again, it's due tomorrow night. So let's take a second here and look at this practice assignment together. So if you have already started this, you would want to go into your Google Drive and search for the title and open it up. If you have not yet started this, then you can click on the assignment link and open it up new. So give a couple minutes for that. Again, we are looking at the 10.5 practice. If you already opened it and started it last week, then you want to go to your Google Drive and search for the title and open it that way. If you did not click on it last week, then you could just click on the assignment link in Canvas to look for it that way. All right, so I think we're all okay. Oh goodness. So what happens when two negative charges get close to each other? Let's see here. What happens when two positive charges get close? What about their distances? How does that affect them? Okay. So these first 5 questions are just on attractions between different charges. And again, if you need a refresher, your notes on this content are in Canvas 10.2. And again, if you also were not here last week, you also want to take those notes in the assignment link so that you can get credit for that. So as you're working on the homework, if you need to, it is perfectly okay to have these notes open in one window and your homework in another to help you out, okay? So first few questions on charges. Then we have some basic questions on the structure of an atom. So what is an atom? What do we call the center? What are the subatomic particles? What's in the nucleus? And then understanding the parts of a proton, neutron, and electron. All right, then we get into some periodic table basics that we had covered. So what does the atomic number tell us? What does it mean for an atom to be neutral? Write the equation for finding the mass of an atom. And I put it like this because it's like really simple. So I don't want you to think equation means something complicated. Then I give you some practice problems here where I tell you the atomic number and the mass, and you have to tell me how many protons, electrons, and neutrons those atoms have. All right, then this last chunk is getting at the last bit we covered on electrons and energy. So tell me what this graph is showing. What is this table showing us? Are there attractions within an atom? Why does it require energy to remove electrons? And then the last chunk here, so we look at drawing an atom. So when I draw an atom, how do I know how many protons and electrons to draw? When we have to draw an atom, how can I figure out how many neutrons to draw? Where do I place them? And then if I give you some atoms, could you just describe to me how many of each type of particle it would have and where we would put them? Now, I put these here because it was more difficult for me to have you draw or manipulate something in Google Docs for the assignment, but it may help you for these last few problems here to actually take the information I give you, draw out the atom on a piece of paper, and then answer these questions, okay? So you can see here, you got 40 questions, which is a pretty hefty amount, but I felt okay with that. Technically, this was assigned last Wednesday, okay? So your job for the remainder of class today, that's until 12:25, is to work on this assignment, ask questions when you have them, okay? And again, this assignment is due tomorrow night. Does anyone have any questions about this assignment, anything about it at all?
What if we're already done with it and it's turned in?
Oh my goodness, if you're already done with it and you submitted it in Canvas, then you are a superhero and awesome, and you are welcome to leave.
Okay, have a good day.
You too.
Have a good day.
Adios. Oh my God. Kush, you finished too? You guys are just amazing. That's really awesome. Then you are welcome to go. Dakota, you definitely need to stay in here. Every time you ask me that, you don't finish it, sir. Yep, Jordan, I went over that in class. Yep.
Miss Rosamond.
Yep.
Miss Badham told me to come in here to ask you because it keeps on saying access denied when I go into Canvas.
For what?
Just like every time I go on like Clever, it says access denied. It's only doing this in this class though. It was working when I was in my other classes.
I have no idea. You'll have to put a tech ticket in. I don't
All
have
right,
it for you. Sorry.
all right.